In this video lecture, we discuss one of the interesting real-life applications of chi-square test for goodness of fit in testing of hypothesis. Let us consider the given statement. A sample analysis of examination results of 500 students was made. It was found that 220 students failed in all the subjects and 170 students have secured in third class and 90 students have secured in second class and the rest of the students secured in first class. So, do these figures support the general belief that the above category students are in the ratio of 4 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1 respectively. So, what is our target? So, here we have four different category of students are there. One is failed students, another one is first class, second class and third class. So using the given data, we consider these four category students are observed value. So now we are going to find what is expected value of these four category students in the ratio of 4 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1. Okay, so now we write a given statement. So let n equal to the number of four different category students, that is equal to 4. Okay, and also they given the observed frequency, we consider OI, that is 220. Total 220 students failed in all the subjects. Next third class, next second class, and remaining students we have 20 students. The 20 students cleared in all subjects in first class. Okay, so these are the given data. Okay, so using this data, we are going to write step number 1. Step number 1 is nothing but define the null hypothesis. It is denoted by H naught. The results in the four categories are in the ratio of 4 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1. 4 is nothing but failed students, 3 times of third class, 2 times of first class, 1 time of first class. Okay, second class and first class. Now we define the alternative hypothesis, that is H1. That is nothing but the results in the four category are not in the ratio of 4 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1. So we are going to decide which one is correct, either null hypothesis or alternative hypothesis. Okay. So 2, we consider the level of significance is 5%. Step number 3, first we write a chi-square formula. We know that the test statistics is chi-square equal to sum of observed value minus expected value whole square by expected value. So using the observed value, we are going to find the expected value of each category students. That means failed students, third class, second class and first class. So we know total ratio, right? So now I am going to find the expected frequency of four categories, that is E1, E2, E3, E4. Okay. So total ratio we know 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, we get total ratio is 10. Okay. So first we find the expected value of failures, that is nothing but 4 by 10. How to write this one? 4 times of failed students by total ratio 10 into total number of students 500. If you simplify this, you get 200 students. What is the meaning of E1 equal to 200? Actually, we expected 200 students failures, but we got some students. Okay. What is E2? E2 is nothing but we are going to find third class students. Okay, that means 3 times of 100 into 500 students, we get 150 students expected. What? Third class students. Okay. E2 is nothing but 2 by 100 in 10 into 500 equal to 100. Similarly, we find E4. E4 is nothing but first class students. Okay. 1 by 10 into 500 equal to 50. Okay. So now I am going to find a chi-square table value. First we write observed value. So these are the observed value. First value is called failures, second value is called third class, third value is called second class, and last value is called first class. So this is expected value. Actually we expected 20 to 200 students failures, but unfortunately we got what? 220 students failures. Okay. Similarly, we expected only 150 students got third class, but unfortunately we get 170 students third class. Okay. Similarly, under students we expected second class, but unfortunately we got only 90 students second class. Likewise, 50 students we get first class, but we got only 20 students first class. Okay. So how to find the next one? Observed value minus expected value whole square. That means Subtracting 220 minus 200, we get 20, 20 square na 400. Likewise, we get remaining values. Next, we find this term chi square value. That is how to find this one. Dividing from third column by second column, we get this answer. 400 by 200, we get 2. 400 by 150, 2.6666. 100 by 100, 1. 900 by 50, you get 18. So next I am going to find a chi square value. What is chi square formula? Sum of this term. How to find this one? Adding all values, you get 23.6666. This is called an obtained value. So next I am going to find a table value. So before that, we find a degree of freedom. What is degree of freedom for this? Gamma equal to n minus 1. How many category students are there? 4. So 4 minus 1, we get 3. So using degree of freedom, we are going to find a what? Table value. What is step number 4? The table value of chi square at 5% level of significance for the degree of freedom 3 is chi square equal to 7.81. How to write this one means, so using statistical table value, what is our percentage? 5%. Degree of freedom is what? 3. So that means we get 7.81. So therefore we get chi square equal to what? 7.81. What is step number 5? We write conclusion by using step number 3 and step number 4. Here the obtained value, it is denoted by chi square equal to 23.6666. It is strictly greater than the table value 7.81. Therefore H naught is rejected and H1 is accepted. Okay. So hence it is called what? The difference is highly significant. That is, the results in the 4 categories are not in the ratio of 4:3:2:1. Okay. So I hope you are enjoying the session. Thank you.